What's up, Internet? We are back with more Elmo nonsense on my N64 multi-cart. I have literally just finished part of the stream to do that, and now we're doing it again with Elmo's Number Journey. And after that we got Extreme G and Pulp. Oh, it's just a bunch of racing games in Elmo. Okay, well, it can't be worse than some of the racing games we've already had to do so far, so that's a plus. Let's play some more Elmo. Oh, snap. We get a bumper car? You know, this looks weirdly familiar. So they're basically exactly the same. The green's just established that those are how many times you can press B before you fail. Oh, count? I have no control over this. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Oh, we can talk to Cookie Monster! I can't even play this right now. I think it's on like a demo mode that won't let me interrupt it. I do like cookies. Actually, I'm not too into sweets, but cookies can be okay. I would love to, but I think this is a demo that's not actually letting me do things, Cookie Monster. That is a giant river of chocolate. And we get a jet ski? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I actually do have control. Seriously, it felt like I was in a demo that I just had no control over. It was the most bizarre thing. Okay, so this is basically literally the exact thing we just finished playing. So we ain't gonna be playing this for much longer, but it's numbers instead of letters. Hooray! This is my life. This is what I've chosen to do with myself. I can't even take this thing off some wicked jumps. It's so sad. Elmo, you're disappointing. Man. I don't want to keep playing, but you still need... This isn't sugar, this is snow. You're just being lazy now, Cookie Monster. Also, this is... Honestly, this is probably the best controlling snowboard game ever. And that's probably because it doesn't control like an actual snowboard game. Most snowboard games I've played are really bad. And usually on the N64... Oh, snap, we actually got a cool jump off that. Rock and roll, Elmo. Alright. Oh, we are... Elmo's gonna be in the Olympics next. Did you get that one? Yes, we did. Okay. This is the best snowboarding game I've played on the N64 so far. Up to, like, I think 3 at this point. If we count this. Hooray! That's fantastic. No more of that, please. Okay, let's play something that's not that. With Excitebike 64. Not familiar with the N64 Excitebike. I've played a lot of the original. And I've played like the sort of knockoff ones that Konami put out a little while ago. A little while after, anyway. But I've never played Excitebike 64, so this will be interesting. That's a lot of noise. I'm going to turn that down even more. I don't even know what the audio balance is like on your end, but it just blew out my speakers. Alright, let's do a season of Novice, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. So let's do the bronze round. I think we're starting in Kyoto. Oh, we get to pick a character? Alright. Well, clearly we need to have the Italian guy. He's wearing the Italian colors, if nothing else. Alright, let's go. Wow. Okay, this game sounds like garbage. Can I turn that off? Okay, anything that puts sound effects above music is the worst thing ever. Okay. Alright, that's a little better anyway. Holy crap. Can I run back to my bike, or am I... Oh, okay. Not authentic to actual Excite Bike. Excite Bike involves, you know, leaning forward and back onto your bike. And then if you miss, you have to, like, run back to your bike. Okay. Can I lean to get a better turn or something? Because the turning in this is not so great. Okay, C button does nothing. I've been playing too much Duke, where C button did, like, everything. Okay, it's just a matter of gas and slightly less gas to turn, I guess. I get it. Alright, let's do it. Whoa! I was kind of impressed with that sort of rainbow lens flare. That was kind of nice. Whoa! I mean, I'm not sure that's how actual lens flare works, but I appreciate that they tried to do a visual effect. Kind of impressive. Also, first place is way out there. Also, there was like a Ghost Rider or something between us and first. I don't know what that was about. Still, we made second. Kind of figured out what happens, so that goes out well. Alright. Let's do another thing. Plus 3 points. Alright. It's not 5 points, but it's 3. Let's do a mountain quarry. I gotta say, this looks pretty good. Whoa. I just noticed that the engine actually has like a proper temperature gauge like the original Excite Bike does. I wonder how important that is. It doesn't look like there's like a turbo function though. Oh, I'm not taking those jumps well though. Whoa, okay. Not sure what happened there. Let's try that again. Okay, let's... Whoa. The physics are actually kind of translated relatively well from what I've expected from original Excite Bike. Also, I see a secret I want to take. Unfortunately, this game doesn't seem to have like a reverse function, so... Whoa! Whoa! Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We good. We good. We got this. No problem. We're only in last. Don't worry. Whoa! Oh, okay. Well, fortunately, enemies are getting knocked back enough that we're kind of not getting completely left behind, which is nice. Oh, and these are those stupid little bumps from Excite Bike that really just serve to slow you down and make you flip a whole bunch. Alright. Alright, come on. We got this. Alright. No problem. Ugh. Alright. You know, unfortunately, this is going to be most of this episode, too, because it seems like it's going to be all racing games, because after this, it's Extreme G, which I remember being really, really awkward to control. That's a game I actually do have a lot of experience with, though. Okay, how useful a shortcut was that? Not really at all useful, actually. This would work a little bit better if things were a little bit more, better turning. Having a better turn radius would probably really help this game out. Although that might be a factor of how I selected my character or something. But I wanted to be the guy with the Italian flag outfit, because why not? Okay, well, if I drive clean and don't, like, implode, I might still be able to salvage this. Hopefully. Well, we're actually tied for first. Rock and roll. Alright. Tejas. Let's go to Texas. You know, if you button mash the throttle, that does seem to help with turns a little bit. Oh! I was feeling really proud of myself that I kind of figured out the button mashing corner strategy. And then I got completely knocked off my bike. Isn't that just Excite Bike for you? You know, I wouldn't say this is perfect, but I would say it's a decent enough 3D transition of Excite Bike. You know, a primarily 2D thing, they made it work kind of in 3D. Good for you, Excite Bike. That said, I think the original is infinitely better than this. But I think the original Excite Bike also is pretty much timeless. Whereas this has the problem of the N64 with the 3D growing pains of the age to have to kind of compete with. Oh, can we take first? Oh, that would be so cool. I would like to take first, please. I don't know who that guy is, and I'm kind of stuck on the wall right now. Are there Ghost Riders? No one invited Nicolas Cage. Oh, I don't like that turn. Fourth. Oh. Oh. Come on. Let's get our head in the game. Now I'm just getting annoyed. A perfectly viable button mashing throttle strategy that seemed to be working, and now I'm just so flustered it's not gonna work because I'm just getting angry. Whoa, okay. Good air on that jump, though. That's that turn I really don't like. Oh. Show off. Blue pants over there's a total show off. Oh, we're still in second anyway. I'll take second. Still got 2 more races to go. It'd be kind of nice if we had like a motocross, like, sprint type of race. Or it's just point to point. Alright. This is no Beatles adventure racing, I'll say that much. I've played better racing games on the N64, but I've played significantly worse ones too. This, I'd say, is it's an okay rendition of what you'd kind of think Excite Bike in 3D would kind of be like. But, you know, I think there's just a lot of better racing games on the N64 than this. That said, you know, if someone out there, like, this was their favorite game growing up, I could see why. I can see the production value. I kind of appreciate the voices. Don't care much for, like, the insane level of sound effect, but... And I think if they just tightened up the controls, this would be a lot better. It probably would have aged a hell of a lot better, too. But I think that's the problem with a lot of racing games for the time, is they just felt like they had really clumsy controls and turning. Felt like you were turning a freaking dumpster. Alright. Aw. That was rude, Blue Pants. You can tell that the voices are, like, just series of clips that are kind of, like, chopped together. Because, like, the inflection on some words don't sound quite right. That said, I think you'd probably notice it a lot more if you spent as much time on editing voices as I have. And the amount of time I started doing that, like, it becomes really apparent when someone, like, chops their audio. Alright. Well, I think our chances of winning this thing are not in the best position. Actually, we're still in second. Although it's a three-way tie for second. We might be lucky if we get third, but this is the last one. Place first overall to win. Yep, we're totally going to do that. Here it is. The match for the Excite Cup. Can we out-excite the other bikes? I'm not sure we can, but we'll try. Also, this track looks like a toilet seat. I'm just going to say it because we're all thinking it. Get out of the way, Green Pants. I'm Italian Pants. Hooray, I'm actually in first. Whoa. I wonder if those gray are, like, my race ghost, maybe? I guess that would make sense. Although if that were the case, who's in front of me now? Is that someone else's race ghost? Also, how am I so far ahead of everyone else? Whoa, let's not crash. If I win this, I win this. I think. No. Because if whoever's in 10th... or if whoever has 10 points, if they win, they win. But, you know, we might be able to tie first. Oh! And now my cat's meowing at me. Oh. Distractions. Excite Bike is right now. You almost missed it. Boom. You know, you missed the most amazing games. You missed Elmo's number and letter hunt. And Earthworm Jim that I couldn't show because it was in a PAL version for some reason. And 2 versions of Duke. We won! How the hell did we win? Hey, we unlocked the thing. Also, they used the N60, or they used the NES song. Nice. Ugh. Man, you dodged a bullet not having to watch Elmo. Or freaking non-existent Earthworm Jim. Or Duke. Twice. But, next we get Extreme G. I have this game. It's by Acclaim, so that should say basically everything you need to know about it, but from what I remember... Meow. My cat's gonna just Make me follow him so I can watch him eat kibble upstairs. That's what he wants, isn't it? Let's find out. I'm gonna open the door. If he runs in, hooray. You coming in? No, you want someone to watch you eat kibble, and I can't do that right now. Cats. I love them, but they are very much cats. Alright, so Extreme G. This is a game that got 2 sequels, one of which was on the PS2 of all things. I don't think this game deserved 1 sequel because this game is not very good. Hold on, I guess we're Extreme Contest in Atomic. Novice because I'm terrible at everything. Well, that one's kind of got my colors. If you got rid of the blue, that one looks kind of cool. That one's got teeth on it, though. That's how you know that's an angry one. That one's like the lemon lime mobile. That one looks like a hippopotamus. Actually, that looks like the big things from Connecticut. I haven't thought about Connecticut in forever. There's a lot of them. Go with this one because it's got my colors. Let's pretend I remember how to play this game. I don't, but we can pretend. Okay, so it's Z to move. Whoa, okay. This is really awkward. Fun story, I'm actually, in my spare time, playing an Initial D racing game, which is like the most slippery racing game ever. You can't drive a straight line without fishtailing. This is not far off from that. Whoa. Oh. Oh. This is pod racing. Except not. Whoa. You do get a gun in this game, though. That's kind of nice. That was something pod racing never had. Unless you played that one guy who kind of had a weapon. That's what pod racing needed. It needed weapons. Yeah, I think a lot of people moved to PS2 just because, you know, it had such a big audience, really. I mean, that's part of what made the PS2 so cool, was it had, like, the hugest third-party support ever. So it makes it one of my favorite consoles that isn't the Sega Saturn. I gotta say, this doesn't feel as completely uncontrollable as I remember it, but I'm not gonna pretend like this handles well. Similar to Excitebike, I think if they just tightened the controls, it would be better. Okay, well, okay. I don't like that firing stuff as C buttons, but either way. Okay, so that's camera. And C down is boosters. Okay. I don't even think most people know about the third game because it doesn't even take the same name as this series. They, like, tried to shorten it to make it sound edgier and hipper, I guess. So instead of Extreme G, it's now just called, I think it's called IG3 or something like that. Like, it's the next big fancy thing, so they have to rebrand. Or some malarkey. I played one of the Initial D games in the arcade. That's what made me really want the PS3 version. Because I don't think it's that game, but it plays fairly similar from what I remember. Like, it's got a similar mission to what I remember from that game, which was driving down a mountain racing 2 ladies with a cup of water in your thing, not to spill it. And in celebration of the fact I'm now playing Initial D, I decided to actually start watching Initial D, because I needed to do that. It's quite good, despite the fact that I don't give a shit about cars. Connecticut, that's the game you're thinking of. I watched someone play a lot of Connecticut. I bought it for them as a birthday present once. Yeah, I think it was a Sony game. Because I'm pretty sure you can still get it, like, on the PS4 first party by Sony. In fact, I think it's in a bundle along with Twisted Metal and some other thing that I can't think of what it is. But Kinetica was weird because you were effectively like a lady dressed in a motorcycle that could transform, but you had to do tricks and stuff to get speed and stuff. It was a weird racing game. I don't think it was a terribly common game. Like, it was put out by Sony, but I just personally never saw any copies of it, really, aside from the one I bought for a friend. That lighting's kind of nice. Does nothing for my photosensitivity, but, you know. Whoa, that's a sharp turn. Whoa, that's a sharp turn. Alright, we're good. Oh, we just drove through a giant skeleton. Rock and roll. I could do without all the flashing. It'd make it easier to, you know, see what you're doing. Oh! I remember there being a lot of really bad sharp turns. This has been a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whoop! Whoa! Yeah, it's a PS2 classic. I don't know if it's on PS3. I know it's on PS4, though. In fact, I actually think I have it on PS4 just because I bought it out of novelty. It's like, oh, I remember that thing that I saw once. Let's check that out. I can ride on the ceiling and then crash because there's no point to doing that. I feel like that's a technical flex more than anything. Oh, whoa! It would help if these corridors were less tight. I think I am effectively in last. Which is not ideal. It's not a place you want to be in a racing game. Whoa, okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. Whoa. Okay. I do like the sense of speed. Don't like the fact this game controls really bad once you start moving at any clip. Yeah, F-Zero X did do riding on the ceiling a few times. I remember that. Is that chasing me, or can I drop that? I don't... Oh, I can drop it. It's a... I don't want to save. Let's ignore. It'll probably say, you didn't do good enough. Let's do it again. Because it's a classic racing game. Oh, no, it's going to let us continue. You know, I've played some interesting racing games in this series thus far. I mean, there was like that, what was it, Aero Gauge? That was pretty good. And there was Beetle Adventure Racing. I know that game's already good. I want to review that so bad, but I just haven't had a chance. I gotta do other things. People keep sending me games I have to review. Alas. I've got too many things to review things I want to review. It's a problem, but it's one I'm happy to have. Beetle Adventure Racing was such a good racing game. Diddy Kong Racing was legit as well. Pod Racing. Which is ironically the only Star Wars N64 game I don't own. Well, if you want to delay it longer, be my guest. I won't say no to people paying so that I don't have to, because I don't have a ton of money. Oh man, we gotta play the sequel to this next. I'm really hoping they tightened up the controls. I'm betting they didn't, but we can hope. This looks like a bit of a straightaway, so... You know that little line thing that's supposed to tell you your placement at the top? That's not really helpful because it doesn't really tell you anything about the map. Like, yay, I know there's a person in front of me. It doesn't give me a good indication of how far. Also, I'm not in last. I'm kind of surprised about that, honestly. That didn't do anything. It did nothing. Nothing. Whoa. Tighten the controls, maybe make the aisles a little bit wider. This might actually be a good game. Unfortunately, they didn't do those things, so it's not quite... How was I ahead of 3rd, but now I'm in 7th? I wasn't passed by anyone. What? Or does the 7 just look like a 3? Do we live in a world where 7s now look like 3s? I'm thinking that's what this game is trying to tell us. I'm about to get hit by that, aren't I? Alright. Nope, that's fine. That's fine. We're only in 7th. Whoa. I saw the notification that something was on Steam. I think we're gonna lose this. Spoilers. Whoa. I have to write like a list to myself just to remember what I have to do from games sent to me now, because I think I've got like 5 still ahead of me. Because I've got like 2 from Jet Wolf I gotta do. I'm in the middle of 1, and I've got 2 more. And then you sent me Trails, which I'm probably gonna have to take a whole year to work on because I know those games are massive. And I've got 1 other Steam game to do as well. So, you know, I'm happy to have this problem. I'm a little upset with myself, though. I took a look at my, like, reviews released this year, and, you know, a couple of years ago, when I was doing a lot less, I could do 52 reviews in a year, you know, 1 every week. Ooh! From the makers of FTL, Into the Breach. I've heard good things. I'm going to accept that, hell yeah. But, you know, I could do 52 reviews in a year. And to be fair, I'm now doing a lot more, and the reviews I'm doing take a lot longer because they're bigger, but I think I've done, like, including the one I haven't released yet that you know about, I think I've got, like, 17, which I'm just very angry at myself that I haven't done more. I think this is a failure screen. I think I just got melted. It's true, life does happen, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm in a really sort of bad place right now, just because of, like, this whole pandemic stuff. Like, dealing with family and relationship stuffs. It's been hard, and with my, you know, developmental disposition stuff, I am prone to really bad depression, so it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, I started in a bad position because things were kind of not going so great, and, you know, because of that, I'm kind of angrier at myself for it. Especially because I'm trying to grow my channel as much as I possibly can, because, as I've said in the review you've seen, like, this is literally the best I've ever done at anything. Why on earth can I not succeed? Please, world, just let me succeed at something. I was actually complaining about that earlier. It's like, the simplest things for me are a weird uphill struggle that I always inevitably fail. Like, I've ordered a 3D printer so that I could make something special for my brother for Christmas, and all 3 of them have been broken out of the box. Like, I feel like when you order something, you should just be able to get a thing that works. I feel like that's not asking too much, but for me, everything seems to be a struggle. I don't know. I'm always about trying to improve and do better and be happy. That's my challenge in life. But it seems like everything I do, it's always met with a lot more struggle than I should ever have to deal with, for a lot of stupid reasons, including just cosmic random nonsense. This game controls slightly better, although its frame rate does mean reactionary stuff is less good. Also, aiming weapons seems to take an extra second, which is not great. Whoa! Although, for continuity's sake, they do brand those things as XG2, which makes the XG3 sequel a little bit more sensibly named now. Whoa! It does feel like the bike's a little bit more... It feels like it controls a lot better, but it feels like you have to put up with forward momentum a lot more, so it like takes a second or two before it really wants to start turning. But I'd say this plays a lot better than the previous one. As long as it doesn't start asking us to do like some extreme like hairpin turns, we'll be alright. I think. Oh hey, we still have the thruster. Cool! Yeah, this game's not bad. Whoa. Whoa. It's really hard to tell, like, which way you're supposed to go sometimes. Like, it feels like they've got, like, two paths converging into one, but I always go backwards on the opposite route. Still, I'm actually doing well in this racing game. I'm kind of somewhat impressed with myself, honestly. Woo. Woo. Meow. Okay, that's a weird angle, because it's not straight from the actual, like, angle of trajectory of the ramp. You actually end up going sideways into that wall if you go straight, which is a weird way to have designed that. And on the right, we clearly have that sort of, like, this shows what's ahead of you sort of line thing, but it's still not exactly indicative of much. I'd still say this is probably a marked improvement of the first game, though. Which is nice. It's good to see people improve. I don't need to continue. Or I don't need to save, thank you. Finish 6th to qualify. Well, at least they're giving you options for where you can place, and they give you some leeway for failure. Appreciate that. Alright, let's go. Whoa. Whoa! Okay, so you can just do that now. We're on Big Blue, it seems. You know, you want to talk about really good racing games, and I wouldn't even say really good, but you want to talk about better racing games than this. 2/3 of the cruising games, I'd say, were better than this. It's a shame they cost an absolute fortune, though. I took a look. I think I mentioned this before, but they're like $80 each. It's like, really? Those were, like, subpar arcade ports. Like, if Cruisin' Exotica was $15, I'd buy it. But it's like, well, you want how much? $80. Nope. Whoa. Oh, I got stuck in the wall there. Whoa. Okay, just watch the giant killer skull wall that seems to be there purely for decoration. Don't know where I'm going. I do kind of appreciate the sense of speed this game has, though. Oh, I know Klonoa on the PS1 is bad. So's the Wii version that I had back in the day before it was stolen. That's over $100. I remember being able to get that for $1. I'm so bitter someone stole my copy. But I've got a Japanese copy of Klonoa on the PS1 that cost me like 50 cents, so I'm good. Still, the Wii game is great. Mine came with a coupon for Wahoo Tacos. I remember that. I liked Klonoa. Like, Klonoa, I think, was like the one character that really deserved to be in Smash that was never put in Smash. I feel like he was just kind of perfect for it, and they never used them, and it's sad. Okay, for some reason we're just gonna put a straight up wall in your face. How am I in first right now? I mean, I'm not complaining, but I kind of like that there's giant pyramids out of this, like, weird alien lake, and clearly sci-fi stuff. Like, it almost feels like we're in that one level of Jet Force Gemini with the pyramid. Except this one's on an ocean planet. Whatever credits due, the environmental design's quite nice in this game. Okay, there, physics. Okay. I think one of the GBA Klonoa games is like a top-down Zelda-style game as well. I've never actually played the Klonoa GBA games, but I've seen a bunch of games that are kind of like it. In fact, I have this weird Japanese exclusive Game Boy game called, and you'll have no idea why I bought this, unless you know the name. It's called Dangerous Grandpa, and it looks like one of the 2D platformy Klonoa games from the Game Boy Advance. And there's 4 of the things. But if you guessed that I bought that entirely for its name, you would be right. Whoa. Did everyone crash out or something? Because seriously, I should not be doing as well as I am if there's any sort of competition at this point.
First place.
Huh. I might have to take a look. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Wii U Virtual Console's even up anymore. I know the 3DS one's apparently getting nuked this year, which I'm bitter about. And I hope that the Wii U one is still up, because I'd like to get a copy of, I can't even think of the name of it now, but it was a really, really bad game that was really low print, but it was apparently like a super collector's item.
2, 1.
Devil's Third, that's the one. I need to get a copy of that. Bonk. Actually, you want to talk about things this reminds me of? It reminds me of a series of racing games that was on the PS1, so obviously I never played it, called Roll Cage. That was all about, like, riding and flipping upside down in environments and stuff. And I think there was, like, an anime-style spin-off called Firebugs that I think was PAL exclusive that looked really, really cool. Oh. Well, good for them, the developer of Devil's Third getting bought, but I don't know, whenever I hear Tencent, I just think, oh, that's a thing I don't want to hear about. I'd like to hear less about Tencent in the world than more. Okay. Valhalla Games. That's a good name. Whoa. Whoa. 6 out of 8. Okay, now this seems like the placing I need to be. Although, the game says expressly I need to be in at least 6th place to pass. Why is there an 8th place at this point, though? Wouldn't that mean that the enemy would have been eliminated? I mean, I should have been, and would have been, if I was in that position, so why are they not removed from the competition? Also, I can't see where I'm going, that's not so good. Also physics! And fluid dynamics. Woo! Oh, that little blue platform actually recharges your guns. That's cool.
Second place.
Alright. That's fine. I don't need to save to my controller. Thank you. I need to be in 8th to qualify, so literally I have to be in the last place to qualify. What? Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Final stage. Let's go. Meow. The enemy all seem to take one of their nitros just off the starting line. I wonder if that's a good strategy. Like, I mean, it removes the need to do the base acceleration, sure, but I feel like there'd be better places to use it. Whoa, there's those skull things, for whatever reason, always just being directly in the way for no explainable reason. It's gonna shoot you, don't worry about it. Meow. I can only think those are there for variants of this stage that have slightly different routes or something. Woo. I don't know. Because I can't see a map of this stage because this game doesn't want to show me one. So I can't tell if those are alternate routes or if they're part of this route and it's just one big spaghetti of a singular route or what. Alas, this game is not that forthcoming with that information. Whoa! That's alright. I will get some charge out of that. Not much. We are super far ahead right now. Alright. Alright. Oh, I wish I had more turbo, but I don't. I used it all. I think that might have been a turbo, but I would have died if I picked that up, so I won't do that thing. Whoa. Okay there, physics? Let's just do it your way, I guess. Alright. Okay. We got this. Whoa. Yeah. Ugh. Physics do not seem to like this game so much. It doesn't seem to charge you up like continuously for every frame you're on it like the ones from F-Zero. It just sort of pulses, and if you're on it during the pulse you get the heal. That's a weird way to do that. I think that makes healing somewhat randomized though, which is not good. You don't want to have randomization in your game at all if you can help it. Whoa, okay. That's fine. That's good. We're good. No problem. And I do believe we just came in first.
First place.
Victory! Yeah! Rock and roll. Don't need to save. I would like to see a victory. Show me victory screen. Yeah! We're robot moonwalking. Oh, flashing. Don't care for that, thanks. Ah, we got a super bike. But alas, can't do anything about that right now. Because we still have other games to play. And by that I mean we still have one game to play, I believe, if my math is right. Because we did 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is F1 pole position. Oh god, after this we're going to have to do a bunch of FIFA. I'm not looking forward to that, not going to lie. Because football. Oh, and I can't even show this. Oh, I can. Okay, so this is weird. Because I tried to show Earthworm Jim, which was a PAL copy. And all I got was a gray screen. This has blue on it, so it's not the same. Except, for some reason, that was the PAL version. Because this is trying to give us Deutsch, I think it's safe to say this is also a PAL copy, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. Oh god, sports ball. I don't like sports ball. Alright, let's do some F1 racing. Game over, yeah! That's a better racing game, I'm sure. There's not enough notes. I don't need notes. Just give me World Grand Prix. And then we'll do this. Oh, I can just hold it down. Alright. These are all names. I'll be Driver X. Because I liked good old Speed Racer. Hey, we're in Melbourne. It's like I'm actually in Australia. And not somewhere covered in snow right now. That'd be nice. Okay, there. No, I can't turn that down. Okay. We're just gonna have to listen to the sound effects. Yeah. I definitely know how to F1 race. Obviously. I'm the best F1 racer of all time. I didn't want to say anything, but, you know, you broke me. I'm secretly the Stig. I didn't want to have to say anything, but I think Jeremy Clarkson might have to have me killed now that I've admitted that, but still, worth it. Just to show off my awesome F1ing skills. Oh, this is like the most obnoxious thing to play right now, just from the sound. Can we get some music and some not sound effects? Some horribly grinding F1 engines does not a good soundscape make. I know you're trying to be realistic and nonsense, but it's horrible human entertainment. Whoa! What? Yep, that's fine. Good. Yep. No. Let's not do this thing. Oh, we're doing this thing. Hooray. We are now in last. Awesome. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're all fine. We're not fine. Whoa! Okay, an F1 car should be able to at least grip this. It's still pavement. You know, if you want to be Mr. Realistic Simulation there, human entertainment. Whoa! We're not in last anyway. Someone spun out and exploded. I'm not the worst at what I do now. Even if I spin out and explode, I will be slightly better. Although I am technically in last position still. Poop. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to say this is worse than that Lamborghini challenge thing, but I'm also not going to not say that. This is definitely not my favorite racing thing on the N64. I mean, I like to make fun of stuff like Scars for being a bad generic racing game on the N64, but this is a bad simulation racing game. And the problem with simulations is the moment they're released, they're inherently already outdated. Regardless of how, like, actual close to realism they strive for. That's just inherent to the advancement of technology. And I mean, it doesn't help that this one is like, what, 25 years old at this point? Give or take? It's not good. Alright. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Nope, don't want to pit again. I'd like to not be last. There's 10 laps of this. Screw this. We win. We won because we didn't explode from that. Ugh. I want to point out that there's a PAL list of these things, and we had to play Earthworm Jim in PAL, and it didn't work properly. Okay, anyway, based on these past 5, would I recommend it? Well, Elmo's Number Journey was terrible. It had Big Bird in it. It had The Counts. It had Cookie Monster. But alas, Cookie Monster could not save the day. Excite Bike might be good. I think they need to tune up the controls a little bit, but I could see why people would like this game. And I think it was pretty well rated back in the day. Extreme G is... again, I think it's one of those games that absolutely needs to have its controls tweaked to be enjoyable. I didn't care for it. Extreme G 2, I think, was better. Certainly a marked improvement. The controls actually worked. It was less of a mess, so that was not bad. Pole Position, maybe if you're into simulations specifically on the N64, specifically for the time, but I can't say I recommend that. Based on these past 5 games, I would say no. Because the only thing I could wholeheartedly say was decent was Extreme G2. But based on these past 5, I would not recommend this multi-cart. Although, you know, everything else up to this point has been pretty good for the most part. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and next time we'll be doing F1 World Grand Prix, which is more F1 racing and probably also by Human Entertainment, and also probably controls about as well. So that's not good, but there's F-Zero, so there's that. And then a lot of FIFA. Man, we're gonna have like 3 really bad episodes of this in a row. Damn it. But I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, follow the stream to know we go live, because we try and stream as often as possible. Hopefully we'll do Opuna tomorrow and then work on Live Alive. That'd be kind of nice. Still got to figure out what the hell we're doing instead of Gotcha Force, and we're going to have to find something to do instead of Live Alive, because that's going to come to an end. I think Opuna's ending too, so that's got to come up with at least 3 games. We'll have to figure that out. But you might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel, see everything else I do, which is a lot of stuff. Should have a survival horror game up tomorrow. I'm going to go crash because it's like 6 a.m., but when I get up, I will probably put that live. And I've heard good things about it, or at least my video I've heard good things about, which is nice. I like to hear that I did a good job anyway. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is help Elmo ride some motorcycles to get some numbers, and then maybe do some pole positions or something. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, Internet.